Hey guys! So I am back today. I'm so excited to do this. I haven't been able to make one of these in a couple months. So what I'm going to do for this wrap-up is, I think the last one I did was in October. So basically for like the past 2 or 3 months, I'm just going to wrap up what I read. Because I've only got 5 books here because I have not been able to read a lot towards this end of the year. And I'm like pushing myself to read a lot more this coming year. So I'm going to try to pick out some more books to finish. And try to get some reading in before school starts again and whatnot. So, yeah, without further ado, I'll just jump right into what I've read this past month. And, yeah. So the first one that I finished this month was Betrayed in the House of Night series by PC and Kristen Cast. It basically follows a girl named Zoe who is marked to be a fledgling vampire, and it goes to this academy and all these crazy stuff happens, and I don't want to like spoil too much because this is a sequel, so if you haven't read the first one, then yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. So I'm pretty sure I've talked about the first one before, so if you're really interested, just go find that, or I'm sure there's a million videos on this series if you're interested in reading them. The second book that I finished reading is Sweet Evil by Wendy Higgins. Oh wait, before I go into this, I totally forgot. I rated this a 4 out of 5 stars. I am just Space Cadet today. Yeah, back to this. I rated this one a 5 out of 5 stars. This one really surprised me. I did not expect to fall in love with this book as much as I did. I hadn't heard like anything on this book. I haven't seen reviews on it or anything, so I kind of went into this just like an open mind, didn't know what to expect, and this is going to become one of my favorite series, I could tell. Basically for each sin, there's a person assigned that works for Satan, so you have like lust, envy, there's like pretty much all the sins you can think of. There's someone that's appointed to it, and it's called a duke. So each duke reproduces, and their offspring are like supposed to carry out the work for them. I'm sorry if this makes no sense. So basically, if you have the Duke of Lust, in which case the main guy, Caden, in here, or Kaiden, I don't know how you're supposed to say his name, I think it's Kaiden, his dad is the Duke of Lust. So being his son, he has to carry out his dad's work in order to survive and not get killed. So he basically has to find women and make them lust after him, and it's like his job. So it follows this girl named Anna, and she is the daughter of substance abuse, if that makes sense. So basically her dad deals out drugs, is a drug user, and his job is to just motivate people to take drugs. And so she is a little different because her mother is actually a descendant from Nephilim. So her mother is basically an angel. So when you have both of those mixed in, she's more good than evil, but she's still supposed to carry out her dad's work. She finds out exactly who she is, who her father is, because her mother died at birth giving her, and she was basically an orphan and is raised by someone else, and she starts learning about who she is, who her dad is, and sets out on this journey with Kaiden to find her dad and get all these answers, and learns that she herself has to start working to survive, or else the guy downstairs is going to find out and have her killed. The next book I read is Shade by Jerry Smith Reddy, and I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I'll just start off by saying that. I really liked it. I would recommend this to anybody, but I thought I was going to like it a lot more so than I did, if that makes sense. I think it took me just a little bit longer to get into. It follows the storyline of this girl named Aura, and she was born after this thing called the Shift, and basically what that is it was like this big event that happened, and basically anyone born after it can see dead people. As creepy as that sounds, they just see them walking around, and no one that was born before it can see them. So her boyfriend, I'm not spoiling anything, this is all in the back, her boyfriend is killed, and she's trying to grieve, but she could see him, and she's trying to uncover like exactly like what happened and trying to help him move on, but at the same time she doesn't want him to move on. She meets this other guy who's there for her, and it's just like a love triangle thing with the dead guy and the live guy, and she's trying to help him move on so that he doesn't turn into a shade. And basically what that is all the souls that die have like this purple glow to them, and that means they're okay. But if they start to shade and go black, that means they start turning into like demons type deal, and they're bad. And they don't want that to happen, or else there's these people on the earth that catches them and traps them forever, and she doesn't want that for her boyfriend Logan. So she is trying to help him move on so he doesn't turn into a shade, and she's basically like the whole point of this book. It's really good. Like I said, I really did enjoy it, but I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 stars just because I thought I was going to enjoy it a little bit more, and I was lost at some parts of it. So 4 out of 5, I would still recommend this to give it a try if you guys like it. Alright, these last 2 books I think are my, well, besides Sweet Evil, so like, I've had 3 books that have been my ultimate favorites this month. This one probably coming in second to that, and that is Pushing the Limits by Katie McGarry. I loved this book, you guys. I think this is like a new adult book, I believe. Contemporary, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely one of my favorite singles. It's got real world issues, and that's what I think I really enjoyed about it. Because I do like to take away from, step out of my fantasy realm and start reading books like this, so I think that's why I really liked it. And it's such a good love story, you guys. If you are craving a really good love story and something that seems real, please go read this. If you have not already, I know like almost everyone has read this, but go read this. It is seriously good. It's, this girl wakes up and she has no memory of how she has these scars on her arms, and she wears long sleeve shirts to cover them up because people are thinking she cut herself. And then she meets this boy who's like labeled as a troubled teen, and he's like the bad boy type whose parents died, and he's kind of been jumped around from foster families, and he's separated and he can't see his younger brothers, and these two just kind of meet and help each other out, and it's so good, you guys. Like, please go read this. I can't speak highly enough about this. 5 out of 5, most definitely. Go read it. Alright, this last book I just barely finished, and oh my gosh, this let me just tell you guys what it was. So I finished reading The Evolution of Mara Dyer, which is the second book in the Mara Dyer series. And if you guys don't already know, this is my favorite series ever, like of all time. Nothing has topped this for me yet, and I did not think I would have a favorite series over The Vampire Academy and Mortal Instruments, but oh my gosh, this series, it's done that for me. And this book, oh my gosh, I finished this last night, so my emotions are still raw from it. Oh my gosh, just let me have like a slow clap for Michelle Hodkin. Oh my gosh, she is such an amazing author. Oh my gosh, I'm out of words because I don't know how else to tell you guys about this. I don't want to spoil too much if you haven't read the first one, but this is definitely, if you haven't already guessed, 5 out of 5 stars for me. Basically the whole premise of these books it's about this girl named Mara who woke up one day. She didn't have a memory of what happened, and basically this asylum had collapsed with her and her friends in it, and they all died and she didn't, and she starts having these flashbacks and things are happening to her, and she doesn't know what's real and what's not, and it's got like a really creepy aspect to it. It does, but it makes it like that more intriguing. And oh, the main character in this, Noah. If I could pick a fictional character to just pop out of a book and marry me, it would be Noah freaking Shaw. Oh my gosh, if you guys have read this, do you agree with me? Like, the ending, I'm still reeling from this, you guys. If you read this, just without spoiling anything for everyone else, what are your thoughts? When I finished this book, I wanted to throw it against the wall. I wanted to cry. I wanted to scream. I don't know how I'm going to be able to wait. I don't know how I'm going to wait for this next book to come out, because, oh my gosh, like, my heart is like broken right now for, yikes, this book does it to me. If you really like books that just keep you guessing, like, I don't know, like, this has so many twists and turns, and I literally think when you think you've got it figured out, you are, like you're completely wrong, and she'll turn it into this whole other thing, and you're like, oh my gosh, mind blown. I'm still in huge shock. I feel like I've got 150 questions I need answers to, and oh my gosh, Yikes. And this book just lived up to the hype. It's just as good as Mara Dyer, the first one, if not better. I can't even compare them. They're so good. Please, if there's any book that you need to go read or go buy right now, read this book. I don't know why I didn't read it when it first came out. I haven't heard that much about it. And I was recommended by like 5 different people, you guys. And that's not even including the people in this booktube community, because I was recommended a lot by them too. But I finally went out and bought it, and it kind of sat on my shelf, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Everyone just was like, go read this. And I did, and oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did. I need to stop talking about this because I love this series just way too much. If you guys have read this, do you guys think what happened at the end is like true? I think not. I think not. I'm not gonna believe this. I'm not gonna believe it, you guys. I refuse. I refuse. Okay, enough about this. I'm done. I gotta stop talking about it. Alright, now sorry about that long rant, but I will hurry and just go through the books that I want to read this upcoming month. And these are all like hard physical copies of books, so I can't really, it's kind of unpredictable which book I want to read on my Kindle. I'm still trying to make it a goal to read like something from my Kindle and then like a hard copy, so I just don't know what I'm going to pick out from there yet, so that'll be a surprise. So these hard copies that I have of books, I'll just hurry and mention to you guys. The first one I picked out is Shut Out by Cody Kumplinger. I really liked The Duff by her, so I want to give this one a shot. I believe I talked a lot about this in a previous haul, if you have not already seen it. And yeah, it's just kind of like a fun, quick read about battle of the sexes kind of deal, so it just sounded really fun, and yeah. The next book I picked out, I'm finally getting to this. I've had this on my shelf forever, and one of my best friends just started reading this and told me, basically kicked my booty and said, go read this. And that is Matched by Ali Condi. I mean, I have a feeling I'm going to like this because everyone and their mothers love this book, so, yeah. It's got, like, the dystopian world with it. I'm pretty sure you guys have mostly read this, so I won't go too much into it, but I am really excited, and yeah. I'm gonna read it this month, don't worry. Like, if there's any of these books that I'm gonna read, it's that one. Okay, the next book that I plan on reading this month is Deadly Little Secret by Laurie, sorry if I'm totally pronouncing this wrong, it's Laurie Faria Stolars, yeah. I've been wanting to read this series for a while. I think it's called the Touch series. It's basically about this guy, well, it follows the story of a girl who meets this guy who is rumored to have something to do with his ex-girlfriend's accidental death. And she starts receiving these mysterious packages and threats and wants his help in figuring out who's sending them and why, and she just doesn't know if she can trust him, if it's him, type deal. So it sounds really good. It's kind of very similar along the storyline of the other series that I really like because of mysterious things getting sent, but also different at the same time. So yeah, if you've read this, let me know how you guys liked it. I am really excited to finally get a go on this series. The next book I picked out is Epic Spell by Claire Lazebnik. I am terrible at reading names, you guys. I'm sorry. I had hauled this a while ago, and I'm finally going to get to it. It looks like it's going to be a really fast, easy read. It's like a modern-day Pride and Prejudice, and yeah, that explains it in itself. I'm really excited to read this. I just wanted something light and fun in the midst of all this to read. And then the next book, the last book I want to read this month is Every Day by David Levithan, or Leviathan. I don't know how people say that. I want to say Levithan. But, yeah, I think almost everyone's also read this book. I hauled it a couple months ago, and I finally want to read it because everyone is saying how amazing it is, and I just want to get my take on it, so I'm going to read this month. And that was it for my wrap-up and to-be-read pile for the month of January. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave me any comments on your thoughts if you've read these books, especially... Just kidding. You don't have to. I still, yeah. Anywho, so let me know what you think, if you've read these, if you want to read them, what you guys are planning on reading, if I should read something that you guys, I want suggestions. I'm always open to them. I love finding new series, new books that everyone's loving that maybe I haven't heard of, but yeah. I'm just going to go now and stop ranting, so I will see you guys next time. Bye!